Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts.
Well, everyone, checking in on the marijuana sector, we had a great start to the day. Unfortunately, pretty frustrating for the bulls because today was the worst day in the last couple weeks that the bulls could have chosen for a bull move, and that's due to the S&P 500 dumping a significant amount in the middle of the day for a half an hour. I'll go over that more in the market video, but it definitely stifled the bullish move that we saw transpire. Good start to the day. So we were looking for daily higher lows to form. I personally was a few hours too early, where I made a bullish entry attempt yesterday afternoon looking for the daily higher low to be set. No bull followed through yesterday afternoon, and then all the bull followed through was this morning. The lesson for me, and something that I've been tweaking and learning from for the last 2 years or so, is timing of the day in the market determining likelihood of certain situations. And those that have been trading this sector for a long time know that to a certain degree, yes, if big news drops in the middle of the day, it's going to completely shift sentiment. But to a certain degree, the kind of day that it's going to be sector-wide is generally determined in the morning. And that has played out many, many times, where there was a time in the market cycle where we could say, okay, if the bounce hasn't taken place yet, it's probably going to wait until at least tomorrow. And that was the scenario with today, where it was just bulls right when the bell rang, right out of the gate, extremely strong, after bulls being nowhere to be found yesterday. And what today is just the scales tipping. I talk about supply and demand. You have a scenario where overall sentiment is bearish the sector. CGC has a gap up open on earnings and sees profit taking on that gap up open. Bears jump in to short that gap up and bulls take profit. We see that on day number 1. We see it on day number 2. We see it on day number 3. For those 3 days, the volume is dropping off, and that tells us less and less sellers, less and less people shorting, bears running out of momentum. Volume is part of our momentum indicator. And when we have volume dropping off, we know bears are slowing down. If volume is increasing on the way down, bears are speeding up their momentum. So bears are slowing down. The bell rang today. Supply of shares was outweighing demand. And as soon as the bell rang today, went like that. Nobody left to sell. And the demand for shares far outweighing supply. All you got to do is pull up the 5-minute chart and say, when did SPY dump today? Right there. And it was a huge turnaround. At that point in time, we already had a 5-minute lower high. As soon as 2285 broke, that's your clear signal. If you're a short-term bull, to exit, because you know hourly consolidation is coming when you lose the 5-minute uptrend. And for a bear, a nice signal to jump in with a quick pullback. In the end, we slowly drop down. 2210 is a double bottom, low of consolidation. That's the most important short-term level first thing tomorrow. If 2210 can hold, that's our hourly higher low. And resistance is 2266 and 2323. If 2210 breaks tomorrow morning, bulls lose a lot of the momentum that they had all morning today. In the end, daily time frame, our higher low is set at 2158, and we have to break 2390 to confirm that we are in a daily uptrend. So where we stand right now, the low of consolidation, 2158, is currently 73 cents away, $1.73 away. And resistance of 2390 is $1.59 away. We're right near the middle of that range. Anticipating an hourly higher low, just a question of whether it has been set yet or not. ACB looking a little toppy after having bounced for 5 days in a row. If we see a bear break of 165 tomorrow, our daily lower high is set. We were watching 180 resistance. We topped out at 179. So if we break 165, daily lower high is set, and we then look for the higher low compared to 143, knowing that we must change the daily trend to believe the bulls in any way. APHA, nice start to the day, gave it all back. Daily higher low is 417. Bulls must break 453 for the daily trend change. We got close to that level today, gave most of the move back. And at the end of the day, we broke the low of consolidation where CGC did not. Cron, inside bar bull break, great signal right out of the gate, 734 breaking, and we broke the high of the last 3 days, but unable to hold on to those gains with the market weakness. High hourly support, lower high of 749, and a tightening range. So low of the day, high of the day, higher low, lower high. Most important levels for me right now, 726, although the low of the day is 724. When the two levels are that close, I will default a couple pennies down and say 724 is the most important support. And the most important resistance is 749. And you're going to find most names today have key and clear 2 resistance levels from today. The high of the day and then the high of the afternoon bounce attempt. TLRY, beautiful start to the day, beautiful follow through, but gave back a lot of that move. Ended up pulling back almost 10% from the high of the day. So high of the day, low of the day, actually low of the day, high of the day, higher low, lower high. Range right now is support of 1888 and 1805, resistance of 2059 and 2109. So an hourly equilibrium to watch on TLRY and some of these other names, but it's more clear with more range on TLRY as we head into tomorrow. OGI, inside bar bull break, couldn't break the second resistance level of 285, upper wick formed. If we break 265, we'll be looking for a daily higher low to form. Hexo, so didn't break resistance, upper wick today. Still looking for a daily higher low to form compared to 122 and have not formed that. Actually, 142 is a double bottom. We have to break 142 support to then be looking for daily consolidation to be underway. VFF, nice start to the day, gave it all back and closed really weak, standing out as one of the weaker names, down 3% today, where a handful of other names were able to go green. But we're now topped out and we're looking for a higher low to form compared to 457. Labs, inside bar bull breaks with the gap up open. Higher low every day the last 6 days. As long as that's the case, we haven't consolidated yet. We'll need a daily trend change to believe in follow through. Haven't topped out yet until the pattern of a higher low every single day breaks. Then we look for the pivot to try and find the daily higher low. VLNS, very strong, notable to close at the high of the day. We'll call this our higher low now on the daily. Previously it was 325, now it's 359. Bull break, resistance is 393, 4, and 407. Strongest Canadian MJ name that we just looked at due to its close. IIPR, lead US MJ bull continues to put on a show. Definitely looking for a loss of the hourly uptrend in the near term. Tightening hourly range today. If we break the hourly support, we zoom out. Tons of space for the daily higher low. Visual guide of the daily 12-period exponential support, which held the last base of consolidation. That'll be our first visual target once we do top out. Next resistance after 108.23 is 113.33. The faster and harder we run into earnings, the more we're going to anticipate profit taking before earnings takes place. TRUL continues to chip away, heading up to 1494 resistance. We're about 2% away. If I'm all cash, I want a rejection because I want this to tighten up. I don't want to see a bull break after having already run over 10%. I want to see another lower high, one more higher low. I then enter on consolidation with my stop under 1335 if I want to be an aggressive bull, entering on the pullback for the higher low, or I wait and play whichever direction the break takes place. That's if we form a lower high compared to 1494. If you're already in a position, obviously you want a bull break to take place. But also closing at the high of the day, IIPR and TRUL have shown us for a solid week that they are the lead at USMJ bulls, and day by day, they continue to prove it to us. Cureleaf, daily higher low tried to be set yesterday. No follow through, no confidence yet. This inside bar has to break bullish tomorrow. If we're going to say our daily higher low is 794, but we closed weak down near the low of the day. CL, still not a ton of clarity. When I don't see clarity, I zoom out. Let's just go to the 2-day time frame. So looking for a lower high to be set. Still need a trend change for confidence in the bulls. IAN, 160 support holding. Bulls have to break 169 to break short-term resistance. For me, the most important resistance level is $2. But the bulls are attempting a weekly higher low here. All-time low? Actually, no, I don't think that's the all-time low. I guess it is. Nope, 120 is. So low that we've seen on consolidation, high of the bull move of 232, trying for a weekly higher low compared to 149. Bulls still have work to do. C-Web, weak little bounce attempt coming off the all-time low, double bottom at 789 and 791, but no follow through for the bulls. GTII, little toppy still, bouncing around between 1152 support and 1219 resistance the last couple days. And Harv, still slowly grinding up, have not topped out yet. When we do, we know we need the daily trend change for the bulls to prove anything to us. So for a bit, we got to see, wow, bulls are back in full force. Big day, up 6%. No sign of the bears. Market turned on a dime, knocked everything back down again. But the takeaway is the scales shifted where there was nobody left to sell or go short. And the bull buying certainly outweighed any selling today. And the takeaway is bulls can pretty easily flex and go 5% plus, but have to hold that follow through. And as I was going about my day today, wasn't trading actively today aside from the first half hour or so, and then a little bit on that dump in the S&P 500. But as I was driving around, I thought to myself, at that point, it was, a 5% green day. I thought to myself, okay, this is a start. What we need to see to regain bulls' trust in this space and for bears to second guess themselves is multiple solid green days in a row. You look at the CGC chart, when is the last time we've seen multiple solid green days in a row? Back on this run from the follow through after the all-out dump. And that was back in mid-January. It's been over a month since we've seen 2 convincing green days in a row. So today was a good start, but again, with that big sell-off, it's going to be hard to break the highs of today and see another solid green day. Need multiple green days in a row to start winning some bulls' trust back. Hope you did well, and we'll see you soon. Have a good rest of your day.